Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We will be thinking about the way how should we learn from our day-to-day experiences in life. All the problems of life are only because of incomplete thinking. Think we all, but our thinking is pertaining to something very small. We are unable to expand ourselves. And such a person is called as Kupa Manduka. Kupa Manduka means, Manduk means a frog. Kupa means a well. I'll tell you a story. There was a fish from the sea and he happened to go to a well. After he has gone there, there was a frog in the well and the frog was Indian. Why he was Indian? From his questions you can understand. Those who are unable to see my beautiful face, you can remove your chairs and come this side. You can move this side. I don't get disturbed. Bring your chairs so that you can see me and then you cannot sleep. So, this frog, he started asking questions to the fish. What is your name? Where are you from? Why you have come? When were you born? Why don't you die? These are the typical questions Indians ask. Therefore, the frog was Indian. And then the fish started replying. He said, I am fish and I am from the ocean. He said, what is ocean? See, ocean is collection of waters. How much water? Now it was the problem for the fish to tell how much water. So he said lot of water. Lot of means how much? This much. The frog in the well with the hand so small, he said, ocean is this much water. Now see the tragedy of the fish. He doesn't have the neck, so he cannot say no. So he wagged his tail and he said no. Then the frog thought, okay, this much water with both hands showing the size. Again the fish said no. The fish, when he was denying, the frog got angry. He took a leap within the waters and said, do you mean this much? Poor fish, he said, no Baba, not this much. Then, as a height of sarcasm, he jumped diagonally from wall to wall. Do you mean this much? Again the fish said no. Then how much? He said, come. And both of them went to the ocean. Now it was the time for the fish to ask question. Tell me, how much is this water? And the frog kept quiet. In one of the places when I told this story, one elderly, sincere person, listening with all sincerity, he must be a professional satsangi. Do you know professional satsangi? They hear to every Mahatma and they stand as a challenge to the Mahatma, try to improve me. Huh? So he was a professional satsangi. And he asked me question. Normally I don't entertain question while I am giving talk. But he was so old and very sincerely, I said, okay, only one question, yes. No, my question is how that fish has gone to the ocean. And how the fish has gone to the well and how both of them have gone back to the ocean. This is my question. So now you could laugh, but I could not laugh that way. That is my misery. Many people ask me, do you become miserable? Yes. When my joke goes flat, I become miserable. So I told him, oh, the fish has gone to the well by Kingfisher Airline. The Kingfisher lifted the fish and he was going, but the fish was tickling the Kingfisher and it didn't drop there, right? Now, what is the moral of the story? Moral of the story is that a person who is lost in small little thinking, he will have only problems. See, if you see little ponds of water stagnated, there the water rots, smell, all dirty things. The moving waters never rot. See? In the small little pond, very clean water, sattvic. See, another funny thing, sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Nobody has seen sattva, rajas, tamas. They could keep on talking. And then, in that calm, quiet, steady water, if you drop even a dry leaf, there will be ripples coming. Because it is so small. In the ocean, even the whole ship sinks, no ripple comes. See? So the problem are always with the small little things. Dissolve yourself from the small little thing into the infinite. And what I am telling you is not something that you are not doing. You are doing it every day. But we don't know that we know. This is how we have to learn from our experiences of life. Now, what is the experience of life? Experience of life is we go to sleep every day. One of the experiences. Now find out what is the process by which we enter sleep. Now don't go, please. Otherwise you will demonstrate. Don't do that. So what exactly we mean when we go to sleep? I am not imagining. You have to just recognize your own experience. So we start withdrawing from the world slowly. We drop all our achievements and failures, all the possessions, all problems we drop outside. Then we come back to our home. After we come to the home, then we drop the whole house and enter our room. And after entering the room, we go below the quilt, switch off the lights, and everything is dropped, including I am so and so. That is also dropped. And then only one japa begins, not Om Namah Shivaya. The japa is, I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. Till such time, I and want, these two things are there. Sleep does not begin. When this I and the want, when they disappear, sleep begins. And therefore, those who sleep in satsanga, I like them the most. Learn this, where to learn. In one of my talks somewhere in India, two persons were sitting next to each other in chairs. And one was the descendant of Kumbhakarna and other was the descendant of Dunlop. So the Kumbhakarna, when my lecture started, from that day I have recognized that I am anesthetic in my talks. People go to sleep. So he, in 2 minutes, he started dozing on the Dunlop. Huge round figure, no sharp corners. And, and he slept nicely. So the Dunlop got angry. What is this? So he wanted to move. But Kumbhakarna had all the genes of Kumbhakarna. He put his hand around the Dunlop, pulled, and after the talk was over, he was the first person to get up and come to me, Swamiji, you are awesome. I said, very few people recognize this. And he went. After he went, now this Dunlop was so angry. Swamiji, you saw him sleeping, why didn't you wake him up? I said, look here, be cool first of all. Think properly. What for you have come here? Have you come to become miserable or happy? I came from what? I said, you are not happy. Be cool. He was happy. And you are still suffering. So exactly what happens in deep sleep? The small little I gets dissolved in the infinite. In deep sleep we don't die. See? And how it happens? When we are awake, what is our experience? I am body is not our experience. Only this body I am, that body I am not. Therefore, I am feeling cold. You may, who cares? See, my friends, this getting lost in small little things is the biggest issue for all of us. And therefore, when we start learning in this manner from every experience of our life, slowly we will not be much influenced by the outer world. Normally we hear this thing, me too. Have you heard me too? For the first time, when I didn't know that, people write me, Swamiji, I love you. Swamiji, missing you. So I read, me too. So, when we are thus able to recognize, Bhagavad Gita says, Atma upammena sarvatra samam pashyate yorjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mataha. He who is able to recognize the problems of others and try two things only according to Bhagavad Gita. The yoga according to Bhagavad Gita I am talking. Bhagavad Gita's yoga tells, Sa yogi paramo mataha. He is the supreme deluxe yogi. Who is he? Only two things. Number one, he who is happy in the happiness of others. Atmopammena sarvatra samam pashyati arjuna. Sukham va yadi va dukkham. So if you are happy in the happiness of others, you don't have to do free. But what happens with us? We are jealous. Now who can help us? See? One day, one person asked me, I went for attending some marriage in Pune. He said, Swami, please tell me what is the secret of your happiness? I said, look here. I am happy in the happiness of others. He said, this is only statement. Give some example. Look here. Now these two, boy and a girl, they are getting married. They are happy. I am also happy now. After that happiness, I will go away. But they will continue. Whether happy or miserable. They will continue. But I had taken only the happy part. See, friends, it is such a simple thing. Then only we will be at peace. Jealousy is a killing factor in us. We know how money he has earned. Why you worry about how you earn? Like many people ask us, Swamiji, what is your opinion about corruption? I said, if I had to opine, I'll opine on something better. Why corruption? No, what should be done? I said, if I get opportunity, I will also do it. Those who are not getting, they are jealous. Don't get disturbed because of the world. This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. See? Whether you take the war between Rama and Ravana, who were the sufferers? Neither Rama nor Ravana. All the other people were suffering more. You take the Mahabharata war. In that Mahabharata war, who suffered the most? Not Kaurav Pandavas, but all those other people. In the same manner, it is a rule that the rulers are enjoying and the ruled are ruined. This is always like that. So, what we have to understand, we have to go through this. That's it. Complaining is not the way. Then, dukham. Now, what about a dukham? Like we should be happy in the happiness of others. That doesn't mean we should be miserable in the miseries of others. Don't compete. It's not a jugalbandi. Then, if somebody, suppose we are miserable, what do we expect? Somebody should come and help us, give words of consolation, help us. Exactly the same way. This is one simple technique. If you want to get out of your personal miseries, help another miserable person to come out of his miseries. Your miseries will become secondary. But then we compete. One husband spoke to other husband. Yaar, I am so fed up of my wife and her cooking. What happened? After every dinner, we have to go for a supper in a hotel because she cooks so horrible. I don't know what to do. Other husband watch. Other said, this is nothing. My wife doesn't take food unless I go. You are lucky. What lucky? Unless I cook. Food is not available. So these two of them are competing with their miseries. See, friends. So what we have to learn from our day-to-day experiences, you just observe this in the world. When I talk about something, about my problem, it should be over there. But what happens? The other person will start adding. And this is how the world becomes a problem for us. Observe this. Whenever we talk to anybody else, we always talk about our past. And therefore, old people like me, they are unwanted everywhere. Because they have got only past, they don't have future. Now, what future I have got? No future. So, what will I talk? I'll talk only the past. When we were children, who cares? We are unable to understand. Nobody is interested in our past. The youngsters are interested in their future. And I tell you, if we, the elderly people, want to compete with the youngsters, I guarantee we will fail. What they are going through, we don't know. But instead of understanding them properly, we start comparing and condemning them. In USA, this happened. There was a friend of mine, and I was staying with him, and his NRI parents had come from India. And the old man, he was telling me in front of his son, Swamiji, back home in India, I have taken care of my parents. my father, till the last day of his life. But these days, the children are irresponsible. They don't care for the parents. Now, he was keeping the rifle on my shoulder and hitting at his son. The son was also his son. So he also was equally walking. Walking means chalu. So he said, Dad, when did grandfather, your father died? Beta, he died at the age of, very young, at the age of 48. Daddy, what is your age? 88. He gave the message. If the old fellow dies at 48, you will take care. But these days, old people are refusing to die. If you see the demography of the whole world, the old people are more in number, and those who are producing wealth, those who are paying taxes, that number is reduced. So what to do? Don't create problem for the next generation. Let them go their way. See, friends. So when we thus start learning from our day-to-day experiences, we will never be a problem for others. In Bhagavad Gita, the devotee is defined by Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Yasmanno dvijate lokaha, lokanno dvijate chayaha, harsha bhayodvegaihi, muktaha yas sachame priyaha. He who is not a problem for others, and he who doesn't take anybody as a problem, he is my devotee. How important it is. Once we understand these problems from day to day life, then we don't have to do anything extra for the spiritual life. All that I am talking to you, I have learned from day to day experiences of life. This is the only way. See, why we become miserable and frustrated? Only because of one thing. We imagine we have a right on somebody. If you want to be really happy in life, write off your rights right away before they perform your rights right now. But we have so many rights. Is it not? It's my right to do the things. See, with this principle, I move around the world. Therefore, I'll tell you one secret. Try that. Never be a leader. Be a follower. What will be the result? First, where I had to stay in Cape Town, I don't think. Pramila when suffering, who cares? Now, what food I had to take, I don't worry. She takes care. Now, how to reach here, I don't worry. She is taking care. First question she asked me, Swamiji, what about her clothes? So I don't have to worry about clothes. She will get it washed. Now, after having come here, now what I have to talk, why should I think, Arvind bhai, what is the topic? Relax. The day you learn this, just be a follower. A follower doesn't have to think. But we become someone extraordinary. Friends, spiritual life is not becoming extraordinary, but remaining ordinary. See? The more ordinary you are, the more relaxed you are. Like the children. They don't have any issues anywhere. Because they are so simple. And what is the simplicity in them? They have not gathered the burden of past on their head. We all talk about ego, ego, ego. What is an ego? We have to define it. Then only you can get rid of it. This also can be learned from the experiences. And I conducted one experiment in a management conference about this. Very simple experiment. After our management blobs were over, then in the evening there was a common satsanga for all the management people, their spouse and their children and grandchildren and in-laws and outlaws, a big gathering. And in that, I said, now enough of management. Now let us think about mismanagement. And then we said, now we'll play some game, okay? So everybody ready. I said, I'll call somebody and ask you to talk on some topic I give. Agreed? Yes, all of them. So I called one child, maybe 6 years, 7 years. I said, hey, come on, talk something about you. Anything you like, you talk. We'll not object. He said, I have nothing to talk. I said, no, you have to talk. It's not like that. Big issue for him. What to talk, with great difficulty. I like chocolates. One statement. Again, after another few 20 seconds, I had nothing to talk. I said, no, you have to talk. You just can't go like that. I don't like to take bath. Second thing. Very good. You are giving such a lovely lecture. Everybody is enjoying. Talk. He said, nothing. I said, no, you have to talk or stand 2 minutes like that only. Then he also became angry. If you don't allow me to go, I will do susu here. I said, no, you go. See, he won the game. He went. Then I called one, 78 not out. I said, Babuji, you please come and talk for 3 minutes about you. And he started. I said, Babuji, 3 minutes over. Go. No, I just now started. I had to call the security to bundle him out. Now, what is the difference? For the child has hardly any past, therefore hardly anything to talk about. The old man has a huge past. So what we have to learn, try this, observe this. Whenever we talk to others, we talk about our past. And thereby, we refuse to live in the present. See? And this is not in the books. You can learn from everyday experiences. One day, one person came in train in Mumbai to Delhi. I was going by train many years before. But you are telling the past. Yes, I am telling the past. But then I will tell you the meaning of that. So, one big man came and sat in front of me. He said, oh, Swami, you are here. Now, very nice. Now, next 18 hours, I can talk to you and I can learn many things and we will have satsang. I said, my God, this fellow is going to eat my head now through. So, like, the terrorist takes out the gun from his pocket, I took out my mala. And I told him, my guru told me, whenever you travel, you should chant the Lord's name. So I don't talk. You can tell about you, what you want to tell. This is what, if you want to make any old person happy, ask them about their past and don't listen. They just want to talk. Whether others listen or not doesn't matter. They want to talk. So that technique I followed. He started. And he started. We were in Kabul, Afghanistan, my great-grandfather. That means he is going to tell me 3 generations story. And he started. I went there, then our grandfather shifted to Peshawar, and there we failed in their business. Then they came to Karachi. There also they could not do. Then that time India was not divided. They went to Ranchi. Ranchi is a place where there is the biggest mental hospital. They went to Ranchi. And then from there they came to USA. USA is Ulhasnagar Sindhi Association. in near Bombay. And then so much started telling. And then I got married. I was cutting the throats and the pockets and all that. What? Yes, I am a tailor. Okay, okay. And thereafter, my children told me the whole story, so long. And whenever I have to see that he's going little down, I have to say, and again, like pruning gives the sprouts, like that. And finally he said, my children told, here it's very humid climate, you get asthma, why don't you go to Delhi? Therefore, they put me in this train and I saw you. And then I ask you, but you say you don't talk. Then I started talking. Then what happened? Be attentive. When you come in the utter present, you have nothing to talk. Learn this. Do you know consciousness, its energy expresses as life. Life expresses as mind. Mind express as thoughts. Thoughts express as words. Words make speech. The more we talk, we go away from our own self. Don't struggle. Yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. It will never happen. You ask all the yogis in the world, have they really attained chitta, vritti, nirodha? Is it possible for every Tom, Dick, and Harry? Then try this. And I promise you, if I tell you something complicated, you will do it. But if I tell you this, you will never do it. What is complicated? Suppose I tell you, stand in cold Ganges water at Haridwar and up to the neck deep, and then raise your hand up with the Rudrakshamala in your hand and start chanting Gayatri Mantra for 2400,000 times. You will do it. I have no doubt. But what I am telling you that you will not do it. What is that? Don't talk about your past. Are you struggling for the control of the mind? This is learning from our experiences and merging in the absolute truth. Because whenever we talk, this is the one who talks is ego. In Dakshinamurti Stotra, Dhyana Shloka, it is said, Mauna Vyakya Prakadati Vara Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam. The truth is manifested fully in the eloquence of silence. Keep on talking, like a poultry farm. And all that we talk has no meaning. See, friends, therefore, this we have to learn. And when we don't learn, what happens? Another example. There was one old lady, she was a school inspector, a spinster. She came with me to some place in India. Swamiji, I want to go with you for the talks. I said, come. In that house, you stay in one room. So she came. After the talk, when we used to come to our home, there was a nice jhula, Gujarati type jhula. And we used to sit there and enjoy a cup of tea or something. So after third day lecture, one young girl came. And she said, Swamiji, I have come to thank you. I said, okay, very good. I have come to thank you to tell you that now I have changed my mind. I know where I was going wrong. I came to my parents' place to seek divorce, but now I won't. I know where I have gone wrong. Thank you very much for saving my life. I said, okay, Mama, take life lightly. Don't become serious about anybody. But now I have some questions. I said, okay, ask. She asked one question. This old lady, she replied. Second question. Again, she replied. Third question. The moment she wanted to reply, the young girl said, I have come to talk to Swamiji, not to you. Then I said, no, I only told her to reply. Okay, Mama, go and get tea for me. I take black tea, no sugar, no milk, and not very strong. Okay, go and get tea for me. So I got rid of her. And then she asked me, I replied, she went away. Then this old lady came with a cup of tea and sullen face, crying, Swami, this is what exactly happens every time. I said, first give me tea and sit down cool. Why people say like that? Now, what was her problem? When a old person lives life, any experience happening to anybody, similar experience has definitely happened around him during his whole life. Immediately he is getting connected to that experience. Like the Google. You go to YouTube, you see a cinema song or of, let us say, Lata Mangeshkar. Immediately the pop comes. You may like this also. Yes. Don't you get immediate connection? Yes. Worse than that is our mind. See, somebody talks, see, the other day I went for the marriage and suddenly we don't know what happened. That girl got angry and she gave hard beating to that husband and all that on the very stage, and we don't know how to. So let it happen. Who cares? You have taken food, go away. Over. But then others will not keep quiet. This is nothing. Who asked you? So we have to learn this simple thing. Before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? I guarantee you, in 99% cases, you will get an answer. It is not necessary. Like when we are coming by the car, I tell you what was happening in my mind. So I say, hey, now go this right way. So Amma say, you know the road? I say, yes. And then when we were in PE, just coming, so we had a green signal, we were just crossing. But other vehicle came very, very high speed and we were nearly, destroyed. Just little, maybe a hair thin difference between the rushing car and our car. That fellow was wrong. Oh God, we saved. So when I was talking, this thought was coming in my mind to tell her. But again, the same question I asked, is it necessary to tell? No, keep quiet. Just observe this. The net result will be, we will be always at peace. So when talking is reduced, you go back from the words to the mind. And the mind, then what the mind will do? Be very attentive. If you are not allowed to talk outside, the mind will start talking to itself inside. You watch on the airports and other public places. Those who are sitting alone, they'll be also. See? Now try the second thing. Learn from your own experience. We'll do it right now. For next 30 seconds, do not talk to yourself. Over. Now see, this experiment we have done. What was the experiment? Do not talk to yourself. Did I say don't talk among yourself? When you don't want to talk to yourself, you don't want to talk to others also. But when we are uncomfortable with ourselves, then we want to run away from ourselves. We are fed up of ourselves. These two things you try. Then you will see life is so beautiful. The net result will be attentive. When we talk to others, we go in the past. When we talk to ourselves, we talk about the future. This is how the mind goes either in the past or in the future. That is why those people who do meditation, they do meditation. Sit after meditation, Swami just come. I should, I think, make upma for him. But whether it takes onion or not, whether he likes very spicy or less spicy. Meditation, cutting onion. After the meditation is over, the onion smell is coming. Recognize this too. This is your experience. And once we learn this, then you will see you don't require any support from the world. Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. We are our best friend if we learn from our own experiences. And therefore, when we study the scriptures, Gita, Upanishad, Bhajan, Kirtan, what for? It is for developing this faculty. Everything that we study in the scriptures, it is not for telling others. Do you know Bhagwan ne kya kaha hai? You do not know. You don't worry about Bhagwan. You take care of yourself. See, friends. So, when we study the scriptures, when we are learning the things, we have to apply it in our life. Adhyatma means working on the self. See, friends, many of us have got this notion social service is spirituality. No, it is an organized crime. It is not spirituality. In spiritual life, you are working on your mind. And working on the mind has got only these two things, no third thing. Before we talk to others, ask a question, is it necessary to talk? When we are all by ourselves, don't talk to yourself. When this is practiced with great perseverance, every day start spending time, 10 seconds, then increase the stamina to 20 seconds, then increase more to 30 seconds. And that perseverance should be like a child who learns how to walk. Just imagine a child was learning to walk, he took the first step and he fell down. and therefore he has given up walking. Will he ever be able to walk? He falls, he gets up. He falls, he gets up. Exactly the same way. Don't give up. And in this manner, when we will slowly start working on our mind, this is the real spiritual life. Then you discover so many things in this world. One day, one person who also was giving satsang, he asked me, he said, Swami, you give so many examples. Which is the book you are referring? I am always short of example. I noted example and put it down, but even then I don't remember. What is the technique? Which is the book you are referring? I said, you are one book. You have to learn from every experience of life. And when we start learning from experience, then we don't have to look. Then our vision changes. See. Now, what is the change in the vision? One example I'll give you. One day, I was standing in front of the Ganges in Rishikesh, Shivananda Ashram, and enjoying the whole atmosphere. So there was one person, he says, Swamiji, what are you seeing? I said, imagine what I am seeing. You are seeing the Ganges. I said, then why do you ask me this question? No, 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 you don't see Ganges, you see something different. Therefore, I am asking you. Please tell me what you are seeing. I said, you struggle and let me know what you are seeing. He said, there are too many people and Ganges are there and then this thing. I said, okay, now listen what I am seeing. First, I am seeing the flow of water. Are you not seeing? Yes. Then why didn't you tell? Anything more? He said, that's it, flow of water. I said, one more I am thinking. There are two flows of water. One is unidirectional flow of water from Gangotri to Ganga Sagar, one direction. Then in between there are whirlpools. In those whirlpools, the flow of water is centripetal. Yes. Then when something comes flowing in the unidirectional flow of the waters, and if it comes across a whirlpool, it gets sucked in that and it goes down, drowned. And after some time, for no reason, it is thrown out. Again, the journey of that object continues. Again, another whirlpool comes. Again, it gets drowned. Again, it is thrown out. Again, it goes. Is it not? Now, I say, what you have learned from this? Is your experience what you have learned? I said, this is our story. We also have two movements in life. One movement is like the Ganges, from Gangotri to Ganga Sagar. Our movement of life is from womb to the tomb. There is no reverse gear. You can't go back. And then there are whirlpools. Which are those whirlpools? Body identification. So when the body identification happens, the whirlpool of body identification pulls us down and we start living as somebody. And it is somebody who is suffering or enjoying. But whether it is suffering or enjoying, you get tired. Then you come out of the whirlpool of body identification and go to sleep. Again, the life continues. Again, we get identified with the body, another whirlpool. Again, we are sucked. And thereafter, we write an autobiography of a Dumbo. I was born. Who told you you are born? Do you have the experience? No, everybody, my mother told me you are born. Even she doesn't know that you are born. See, friends, so much of getting lost in this body, body, body. See, friends, so what we have to learn from this experience, that the main problem of our life is body identification. And when there is no body identification, life is lived through us without we becoming anybody. See, friends, this is what is called a spiritual life according to our scriptures. So all the problems of our life are sorted out by the simple technique. And the technique is, life is a Rama Leela or Krishna Leela. I don't know whether you have seen or not in India, whether Rama Leela or Krishna Leela is there, all the characters are always male. They are not female. So Hanumanji is a man. He dresses like Hanumanji. Sitaji is also a man. He dresses like a Sitaji. In the Rasa Leela, the boy is the Krishna and another boy is Radha. It's a drama. They have not become Rama or Krishna or Hanumanji or Krishna. No, they have not become anybody. They are just playing the role exactly the same way. We all have to play the role. And when you play the role, you play it perfectly, but don't get influenced by the role. See how simple it is. So when you are on the stage, your role, for example, is that you are being tortured and you are being punished, and the whole audience has a sympathy towards you. And because of that torture, you start crying, glycerin applied to the eyes, and then you start crying. And you have the fantastic dialogues, and the whole audience is also crying. They take out their tissue paper and start crying with the nose. You know, the latest girls, they never cry with the eyes. They cry with the nose. I didn't know that. One person asked me this question. Swamiji, these days, these girls, why they cry with the nose and why not with the eyes? I said, maybe these are digital children. See, digital children are not born, they are downloaded. See, and therefore, no, you know, please tell why did I said, look here. I thought you are intelligent, so simple. They have to pay through their nose for the eyelashes. And if they will wipe their eyes, the eyelashes will go. $100 gone. Oh God, better. And therefore, their these tears, they flow through the lacrimal duct into the nose, and then it is. So when the audience is crying, that time what goes in the mind of this actor? He thinks or tells, you fools, you are paying and crying really. I am paid and I am crying fake. He's only acting. So be only an actor. Don't be a reactor. Normally we react to everything. See, friends, how do we know whether we react or we act? What are the signs? Whenever we react, some impressions are made on the mind. And impressions are only of two types: liking or disliking. then we are only at the level of the mind. But when we don't react, but we respond, we go beyond the mind and come in the intellect. Intellect is a discriminating faculty. Mind is a faculty where experiences are gathered in the form of likes and dislikes. Therefore, when we have to condemn somebody, what do we say? He is mental. And when we have to appreciate somebody, what we say? He is intelligent. We don't say, hey, he is intelligent. No. We appreciate because he has grown out of the mental level. All those people who keep on talking to themselves continuously, and they call themselves to be sentimental. You know who is a sentimental? He or she who talks to himself or herself and others cannot hear. They call themselves sentimental. And who is a mental? Same thing. He or she who talks to themselves and others also can hear. Called mental. So sentimental is a preparation to become mental ultimately. Like the centimeter becomes meter, the sentimental becomes mental. And such people are constantly seeking attention. Whenever we are miserable, remember this, our ego is very strong. Stronger the ego, more vulnerable we are to miseries. Lesser the ego, less miserable we are. Our Bhole Baba has no ego, therefore Brahmanandam Paramasukadam. So what is the spiritual practice therefore? Be happy. Come on, you come back to the same thing and make us Once I was invited in Bombay for some lecture. I go there regularly. There's some special function. And the person who was introducing, he said, Swamiji, please talk something other than be happy. Because any topic, whether it's the Gita, Upanishad, or Yoga Sutra, or anything, you only come back to be happy. Tell something different. I said, okay. Then that day I started making them so miserable. Within 15 minutes, people say, Swamiji, change the mode. Who wants miseries? Anandadeva kalvimani bhutani jayante, anandena jatani jivanti. Every attempt of our life is to seek happiness. Nobody does anything to become miserable. For example, people get married. For what? I have no answer because I have no experience. I am waiting from you. One father, he told his son, my dear child, congratulations on the happiest day of your life. He said, Dad, you have really become old. I said, why? You have forgotten my marriage is tomorrow, not today. He said, I have not forgotten, therefore, today is the happiest day. From tomorrow, who knows? Learn from your experiences of life, then you will be always cheerful and happy. Number one. When you learn from experiences of your life, you will never grow old. What are the signs of the old person? Those who have come to a cul sac, they don't want to learn anything. अब क्या करना है सीख करके मरो फिर. They don't die also. Either learn and grow young or die. See friends, Those who cannot adapt and change according to the requirement of time, they are erased in this world. One day, one person asked me, Swamiji, please don't mind. I said, I have no mind. You ask anything. He said, Swami doing the recording himself and putting it on the YouTube. No Swami does like this. Why are you doing? I said, because of your fault. He said, what is my fault? Why you call me Swami? You call me Swami and ask me to behave according to your definition. I am nobody. I am not extraordinary. Friends, the real spiritual practice is drop all the extra, including the fat. See, how many burdens we are carrying on our head. And this all can be done only by this common sense. If you study Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjun, right from first verse up to the 38th verse, only common sense. If everybody who is born has to die, then what is new about it? And you are telling, oh, people will die. Naturally, they will die. What is great about it? Nobody in the battlefield, there will be a lot of bloodshed. Naturally, there will be bloodshed. There won't be milkshake. Isn't it common sense? But he was crying in a stupid way. And therefore, Bhagavan has to become angry with him. That you are talking like a wise man. Means what? You are otherwise. Therefore, real spiritual practice is this. You'll not do it, but anyway, I'll tell you. Make a nice copy and give a title to that copy. What I have learned today. On every page, every day, what you have learned, one thing you have learned. Don't write thesis. Only one thing what you have learned from that day's one experience. Keep on writing. By the time 1 year is over, you will be 365 times wiser. Those who learn from every experience, they grow wise. Those who don't learn from any experience, they grow old and otherwise. Now you decide. Choice is yours. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.